Like,
I was playing with some kid this morning, and he was like, "Don't worry about me, guys. If you guys want to go on your own, I can hold my own. But don't count on it, because I'm only 11." Oh my god! These little kids, man. Like, oh hey, teammate, can you kind of get me? Shut the fuck up! Shit. Hey, teammate. You know how me fix my face? I got hit by a bus, dude.
Let's grow Cryptardz community. It's your boys, the Cryptardz, Billy, Brandon, and Ruhz. I know we've been gone for 2 weeks. It's been, I've been traveling. You guys
you've been gone for 2 weeks.
I've been
here
gone.
in Vegas, just chilling.
Yeah.
You know, doing what we do.
The world of war zone.
Oh shit.
That's what you've been into.
That's where it goes down. Huh?
I've been all over the map, discovering the new loot. You know, the loot zones, the supply boxes, the bunkers.
The supply zones.
You know, the new outbreak map. That's the world of traveling I've been doing, boys.
I'm gonna be getting on this war zone tonight. I missed out on that whole train.
I'm all Star Wars. I can't do the multiplayer games because I have anger issues. I've destroyed many controllers in my day. I was a notorious Nintendo reset button hitter.
Oh yeah.
Even if it was accidental.
Oh yeah.
From across the room.
You're the guy. You're the guy. If you were losing.
Yeah.
If you're losing, you're like fuck this, fuck you.
Oh yeah, my cousins know about it. Like no one wanted to play video games with me, so I still in my old age I don't play video games with a bunch of people. You get pissed.
I mean, RPGs work good for shit like that, unless you still get stuck like on one of those little fucking dumbass like mystery quests where you gotta fucking like solve a puzzle. I've given up on fucking puzzles before.
Or when you're at a really hard boss you can't beat, but your game saves you at that spot, so then you can't
don't have enough health.
You can't reverse out of the game because you got to beat the boss, and now you're like, "Fuck, bro! I got to restart the game all over." That's why you gotta.
I'm stuck on one.
You gotta
Star
save
Wars.
multiple times, guys. Save different spots, man.
Hopefully the game lets you and it does just auto save at the worst fucking spot.
It happened to my buddy in God of War. Exactly what I just explained happened to him. Yeah, so
Well, that's why you have to have multiple saves and you have to have multiple buy-ins when you're dollar cost averaging.
Yeah.
Buying Bitcoins. This is what we're saying. If you want to save yourself, dollar cost average.
That's right, guys. I mean, we got a bunch of stuff to get into for you guys. We got stories like crypto trading broke $1 million, Coinbase is filing an S-1, Bridgewater. We got news on them and what they have to say about Bitcoin, the SEC and Elon Musk, and then we're going to get into NFTs. So we got a lot of topics to get into, and then we'll give you guys our price updates and our predictions for the week, as well as what we think's gonna.
What price we're gonna go to? Or?
Yeah.
That. Well, we haven't seen you in 2 weeks, so we hit fucking all-time highs, and now we're back down to where we at, about 46.
We're at the same price that we shot our last episode.
Yeah.
At.
So we're about the same place we were when we left you guys alone, and we're sorry for that. I know it was dark times, and we're back for you.
Price went up and price has gone down and back up and down again.
It's gonna do.
Crypto's doing crypto. I mean,
wow.
usually any major pump in if you look through Bitcoin's history has at least a 30% pullback, and I think right now we're sitting somewhere nearly around there. So who knows? I think maybe we'll go on a small little pump again, and then maybe we'll get into it a little bit later.
Well, as Brandon likes to say, price is either gonna go up.
It's gonna go down. That's why I hold the life. Hold the life.
So what is this pancake coins I'm hearing about? Are they tokenizing pancakes now? Is IHOP fucking tokenized?
We got cake, we got bake, we shake and bake, baby. I was trying to dabble in the DeFi zone, and basically there's different exchanges that you could purchase coins and exchange coins, and everyone knows that's in the crypto. Ethereum fees are just out of line. So Pancake Swap is a different exchange, and it's built on the Binance. So we saw Binance shoot up a lot, and I think it's because of the fees that Ethereum have on their network. So people are transferring over to Binance so they could use these different exchanges. So yeah, I got some pancakes. I'm up in the syrup pool, yo. I'm earning some cake, and I'm baking.
Bro, I fucks with IHOP. That's all I know.
Yeah,
Like,
it is. You know
if
what I mean?
IHOP's in the crypto game, I want to be in with IHOP.
It's definitely something we will be discussing in the future. You know, I'm experimenting with it now, and we have to see. We're getting the weekends are a little, crazy.
Yeah. And then we got news in from Sleepy Joe up in the office. Homeboy saying we getting some stim. He got a stimmy us up. What'd you hear about the stim?
I didn't hear nothing about the stim, just from what you guys said. It's getting passed. I don't usually pay attention to that shit.
It's getting passed. It has been passed.
I believe
by
it when I
Congress.
see it sitting in my bank.
You're gonna get your
Damn
stimmy
straight.
stim. Don't worry, okay? It's been passed, and like the last stimmy, if you would have put in, is that a fucking word? Putin
Shouldn't be a word. I mean,
gave us
I think
some
Trumped
money.
is going to become a verb. It's
It
going to go
is,
down
yeah,
in
Putin.
dictionary.
Chocolate pudding.
hanging out with Putin. If you would have put in your $1,200 directly into Bitcoin, you would have had 10,000 prior to the dump. So that would put us about 30% lower now. So you would have had 7 racks if you would just put that $1,200 stimulus check into Bitcoin, which I told you all to do. So I won't hear you crying you can't pay rent. I tried to save you.
He tried.
So I'm going to put my whole stimulus right into Bitcoin.
I'm not worried about no stimulus. I'll believe it when I see it.
Okay.
I'm right there with you, man. I don't I don't know. We're not political here. We don't choose any political sides. Like I'm down with calling out bullshit on either side.
Me too.
And
yeah.
so far, all we've gotten is fluff talk.
Listen.
We're in the middle of starting another war right now before they even fucking send out stimulus checks, which makes no fucking sense to me.
Hey man,
But
listen, give me.
we'll see how that shit works
send
out.
Send me my 1,400. I'll look the other way. I think
that's where everyone's at this point.
Pay me.
Yeah.
I'll take that money.
All right, Crypto community. Let's get into our first topic for the day. So, Billy, what we got going on? Hey-yas.
So, yeah, it looks like a new record for overall trading volume between exchanges broke $1 trillion for the first time this month.
In history?
Yep.
So that's the biggest.
1 trillion.
Biggest monthly trading volume cracked at $1 trillion for the first time ever this
And now
month.
by trading volume, that means the amount of Bitcoin bought and sold both combined, correct?
Yes, that's between Binance. These numbers are based from between Binance, Coinbase, and Kraken.
Gotcha.
So those are the
so
3 biggest exchanges.
Obviously, it's growing, man.
Well,
it's
Crypto economy
That's
is growing.
10% of gold's market cap. Gold's market cap is about 11 trillion. If you would have said that Bitcoin was going to eat into gold, let alone 10% of their market cap, people would have said you were crazy. People did say you were crazy. Peter Schiff still says you're crazy. That dude's a lunatic. Taking 10% of his fucking hustle, and he's still a denier.
I mean, if my prediction comes through and Bitcoin goes back down to 20K, that 1 trillion is going to look a little more like 500 million again.
No, it'll be 500 billion.
500 billion, you got him.
Okay,
Hey.
listen. Don't listen to the propaganda coming from our own people. Okay, if you go to 20K, buy everything.
There, bro.
If you have,
That was quick,
you
man.
should sell everything. If we go to 20K, sell everything you own. If you have money in the bank, I will personally come to your house and slap you. Okay, fiat currency is trash. If it goes to 20K, I pray to our Lord and Savior Satoshi that it goes to 20K. I mean, do you think we're going to 20K? I could see 40K.
I think, me personally, I think we're going to hover in the 20Ks for the next at least 2 years before we go on another parabolic run. I mean, because let's face it, we hit 20. Well, yeah, it's if we look at the pattern of history, if we follow what happened in the past, I think we still have a huge pullback to happen. And just.
But in the past, we have not had SEC-approved companies buying, as well as a cryptocurrency company, Coinbase, going to have an IPO. This was unheard of in any of the last 3 runs.
It was, but I don't see that actually stabilizing the price just yet. I think that manipulation that's been going on since day one is just going to keep going, man. Like the miners can manipulate, the exchanges can manipulate, whales can manipulate. Like these new companies getting into Bitcoin, they're not bigger than the whales and the exchanges and the old market manipulators.
well, we saw that with the F2 pool, like you were talking about. The F2 pool pulled out all their money, and they tried to short it and push the price down, and they still couldn't put. And they kept trying to push the price down. And then if you look,
They push it down enough to
Well,
make
yeah.
30%. Man, 30% is a shitload of money.
Yes, but 30% is we know in the crypto community that's normal, and we wait for that to buy more. So the fact that they were trying to even push the price down even more, they were taking their money from their pool and trying to push it down.
I mean, wasn't there the most liquidations in history during that crash? Because like that was very targeted. That was almost
I think
that was almost
$6 billion in liquidations happened during this recent dump, and that was the most.
So those are all the
that was another
corporations that went long, right? They were all the corporations that just jumped into Bitcoin for the first time, and they're like, "Oh shit, Bitcoin's doing something. It's going on this parabolic run. Let's jump in and go long." And the old school miners are like, "Let's teach these corporations a quick lesson and show them how crypto works. Let's dump this motherfucker."
Either that, or it was a bunch of retail investors and the investment firms, the ones with the big holdings, the billions and billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin holdings, were the ones to sell off. And then
they're going to buy it back up.
Liquidating
So
the retail investors.
They have more. They have enough money
maybe.
to be like
another
scare
theory.
out. They're shaking out the.
That is a-
they're
yeah.
shaking out the weak hands.
I can see that too.
Whenever you sell it, someone else is buying it, and it's these huge institutions.
I mean, but any of us that have done marginal trading on Bitcoin know how fucking risky it is, and the just how volatile the market is. It's we've taken some hits, man. We've taken some fucking serious hits on these damn margin calls. Like
There was a clear as day bearish divergence on the 4-hour chart that should have been a sell signal for you guys, and if you would have spotted it, you could have gotten out right in time, right at the top of this last little run.
I saw it after the fact. I don't watch the charts daily. Like
Yeah, if you can pin out the bearish and bullish divergences, you can definitely. Those are strong indicators on with RSI on when to get in or get out or sell some, take profits, scale in.
Yeah, I missed it. I wait for the dumps and just buy as much as I can. Try and find stuff I could sell. Might not even be my own stuff, but I try and buy as much as I can when it dumps and hold. That's about as technical as I am.
buy the dips.
Buy the dips.
Buy the dips, man. I mean, that's honestly the most solid strategy out of all the day trading that I've done so far in my life. All of the day trading has just thrown me in the negative. Let's face it. Like you'll come up on a couple of maybe a few of them, but the majority of the calls, it's not good, man. It's
I learned it in the first,
long-term holding.
I lucked out on a good margin trade, and I lucked out. I literally forgot to set a stop for my long, and I quintupled my money, and I got out. I think I told you guys about it, and I was like, yeah, I'm done.
I remember the best
I
time
lucked out on that.
That's what it ends up being when you're messing with margin. It ends up being just luck calls. So I mean, don't mess with margin in crypto because the market's too volatile. Even if you do, don't ever go past a 2x.
Yeah, don't do anything that we're talking about. We are not financial advisors at all. I'm lucky if I could advise myself where I'm going at any time of the day, let alone telling you what to do with your money. Unless you're sending it to me. We are taking donations. I'm taking donations.
Links in the description down below.
So if you're sending money to us, then yes, absolutely.
That's right, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification. And
Bing.
yeah, let's get into that next topic. So, Billy, what's going on with this next topic?
So Coinbase filed an S-1. Don't know too much about filing to go public or anything, but I'm guessing this is some type of a form they give to the SEC that they'll review before they can be traded as a public trading company.
Mm-hmm.
So this is for Coinbase. So Coinbase is going public. This news has already been around, but with this filing, it shows, their overall trading volumes and monthly revenues and stuff like that. So people are actually able to see, are they a profitable company? How well are they doing in the space? This and that. They filed that form with the SEC, and in it, one big point was that in Q4 of 2020 they had about 1 million monthly users.
Mm-hmm.
And as of today, it's up to 2.8 million monthly transacting users. So it's almost done.
They've tripled.
It's almost tripled in monthly users in what, 6 months?
That's
pretty big growth.
That's been the entire pump. I mean,
that's
It just shows that the crypto economy is still growing. You know what I'm saying?
it's definitely going to keep growing.
We're capturing interest all over the place. So it's just, this is.
yeah. To me,
I'm going to play devil's advocate here, and I'm pretty sure during the crypto pump of 2017, the exact same thing happened for those 2 months. More crypto users than ever in that time period most likely got added within that little 3-month parabolic gap, or was it like 2 months that it happened?
What happened in that? I'm not even sure what was the driving force, because I luckily got right back in right after that dump. So I was buying around because I remember all the hype. What pumped it to? I don't even know.
It was all. I'm pretty sure it was all manipulation. I think it didn't have to do with Tether, like Tether manipulating the amount of. I don't want to say for sure. Because I'm not too positive, but I think it had something to do with Tether manipulating the market with their market cap, because I
wasn't around back then, so I'm not too sure.
He was just born.
Dude, I was just born yesterday, dude. I was just born yesterday, man. Please, man.
I mean, all right. So this is really cool. Like that. They're actually filing for the IPO and everything, and that they're technically going public. So, but right now they're still private, but they actually have a share value. So they're technically is trading at what, like 300 or?
I think they based upon what they say, where they're at as far as earnings and all that. I think I read.
What is it trading on? Isn't it trading on the
NASDAQ?
It's being privately traded right now, but it's trying to get a direct listing on the NASDAQ
Isn't there a price
at
thing
about
on-
$373 a share, which is a $100 billion valuation.
God damn.
Okay.
That's
So I mean, I don't. This is where I'm. So their value is. I don't think it's going to come from their actual Bitcoin holdings. Their value is going to come from
the service.
I think
the services they provide,
how
their
much
fees they can collect,
How much money they're holding in the bank, their earnings from all the fees and stuff from selling
interest
Bitcoin
on
and
their margin account.
all the trading fees, everything that's combined into the profits they make is basically, they have to be holding, I mean, I don't think they have to be holding 100 billion in the bank. I think there's more of like there's more tangible aspects of a company that can raise the valuation other than how much money you're holding in the bank, like how many users that they have available, like other data in their database that's allowing them to say we're worth this much because of this.
Future profits and
If that's the case, I'd short these motherfuckers, because just like 2017, when they probably had the most amount of crypto users join during that pump, and it happened again right now, this dump that we're gonna see coming up, that's gonna scare so many fucking people that just jumped into crypto thinking it was cool, because those are the people that are gonna lose. The people, like the old people in it that understand crypto, that know it's super volatile, they're in it for the long game. They're gonna stay in it. But anybody new that just jumped into it and they just took a 70% loss or a 50, like even a 50% loss, we're already at 30. Let's just say it goes down to 50. They're gonna shit their
People are
fucking
gonna
pants,
freak out.
and they're never gonna touch Bitcoin again in their fucking lives.
don't do that. Touch all the Bitcoin. Send it to me.
Touch all the
Don't get out. Don't be scared. Don't be frightened. Okay. Jeez. Oh God.
Yeah, I mean, either way,
It's still bullish.
this
for
is
Bitcoin, man.
this is the largest
This is the
U.S.
SEC.
regulated cryptocurrency exchange out there,
It's
Coinbase.
It's
So.
bullish for Bitcoin, even if we don't.
Completely. Of course, long term, we're all bullish on Bitcoin, but if we're solely talking about Coinbase, I don't think their value is ever going to come from the value of Bitcoin or any crypto itself. It's going to come from the services they provide and to how many people. And if they lose even half of these users that they gained in the past 6 months, if half of those users go, fuck, I'm done with crypto, that shit was crazy. Like, even half of those, that market cap that they want right now for $370, that's going to get cut down to at least, let's say, 280, maybe. And then from there, if they lose some, we're getting cut down to like 100. Like,
Well,
it's too early to really, in my opinion, even give them a value yet.
Yeah, well, yeah, we gotta let the market decide after they release the IPO.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was an article. I couldn't find it. Don't most IPOs go down?
Yeah, well, I don't want to say it's too early to give them a value. I mean a value. I want to clear that. I don't want to. I mean it's too early to give them a value based on current users, because their current user base can change like that.
They might. But if you're if you're signing up for a Coinbase account, I would hope you would have some intelligence to not get scared out. I mean, it's not like you just go in there and you see you see 100 different coins. It usually freaks people out. They have no idea. They see all these different what the fuck is this? Fucking 100 different coins. I just wanted to get some Bitcoin. There's some fucking cake corn. There's some Bitcoin coin. There's some fucking booty coin. So if you're already in, I would think you're a little less susceptible to being freaked out. You know what I mean? Like if you already have a Coinbase account, I would hope that you don't get frightened by something like, a dump now. Like I think most people should have already read an article or seen. Oh, okay, this is normal. I would think, but you know what I mean. At this point, retail investors getting scared. I don't know. I mean, if you have the wherewithal and be able to sign up for an account and understand like, oh, I can't send fucking Bitcoin to an Ethereum address. You know what I mean? It has a learning. It
has a huge learning curve that old people are not gonna figure out.
So these people have to be somewhat.
Like honestly, for old people, just fucking download Cash App and buy Bitcoin through there. That's the easiest and most simplest way for you to fucking own it.
Old people.
Nothing against you. It's just the other ways are too complicated. And we'll teach them to you eventually.
We'll show you. We're going to give you lessons.
We're not going to fucking give you tech support.
No. Just send money to the link in the bio, and then we could possibly call you and help you out, make you rich.
But all right, so Coinbase is public, or supposedly going public. Their profits, they want to base it off of users. Let's see. I think if they create their own coin, kind of just like BNB did, like for Binance or the other exchanges are doing, because I don't think Coinbase has their own coin like the other exchanges are doing. If they have that much money, why don't they create their own follow the same bullshit scheme? Because let's face it is a scheme. BNB, that fucking bullshit, because they siphon. So BNB, you have to buy Binance coin to get cheaper transactions fees on Binance. And now, to do that, you buy it, they siphon it out of your account constantly. Anytime you're doing buying or selling, that's getting siphoned out of your account. No matter how much you buy, it's getting siphoned out. So they technically, at the end, they hold all the BNB. BNB went from $5 to $300, and who owns all of it? Fucking Binance. Yeah. Like, their net worth grew from $5 a coin to fucking $300. Like within a couple of months, like no one, like who knows how much? They're a fucking Chinese exchange. Who knows how much money they made? They don't have to disclose that to anybody.
Is it still more cost effective to use Binance than it is to use Ethereum fees? Are you gonna lose more?
Fuck Binance coin. I don't support that coin, but there's other coins out there that I know are. I mean, what the fuck ever happened to Ripple? Isn't that what the whole thing behind fucking XRP was, to be this super fast coin that everyone uses, and they keep going through some bullshit?
Well, I think it's because they're trying to take over the payment system, which...
The remittance system, like with MoneyGrams, people, let's take, for example, the Filipino people that live in America that still have lots of family in the Philippines, but they got to go to Western Union to send them $100, $200, but then they're
50-60%.
Yeah, whereas
$100 to your struggling family in another country.
Whereas the
whole system's fucked.
XRP comes along and they utilize their Ripple technology, and it's able to send however much money you want across borders within seconds for fractions of the cost. Whereas you send cash across to another country, it's gonna, every bank that it hits, they're taking a cut of that, and that's why your fees are so high. Whereas XRP is just trying to get that, or Ripple is trying to get that sent, across borders.
We can't have that shit. That's
in seconds.
Yeah, you can't have that. America controls that shit. It's called the SWIFT system, and that's so they could, if they want to put sanctions on a country, basically the whole world uses a system. It's called SWIFT. And say Iran is fucking around building some more nuclear missiles, more than they already have. pointed at us, which is cool. They could cut them off with the SWIFT system. So that's why cryptocurrency is just always in this weird space, because it's changing the whole game. Like Russia and Iran are like, yeah, oh fuck you, America. We'll send money to wherever fuck we want when we want. So America, you need to get your fucking shit together and start investing in cryptocurrency and the software and the technology and the people that are building it, instead of sending those people to China. There you go. I just saved America.
Brandon just saved America. Like and subscribe. You boys of Cryptardz will be right back. They got Clan Coin now. It's the KK coin.
Hey, yo, let's get your clan on.
Clan coin. There it goes. You investing in that? Wait, hoods and black boots? What's going on here?
What about
KK coin coming at you.
Black hoods.
Let's grow Cryptardz community. It's your boys the Cryptardz, Billy, Brandon, and Ruhz back at it. So, yeah, we had a little technical difficulties. We took care of that. And let's get into the next topic for the day. So what's going on with Bridgewater?
So yeah, Bridgewater is a large asset management company. They hold about $150 billion worth of assets.
A lot of money.
It was founded by Ray Dalio in 1975, but basically they're saying that they're not against Bitcoin, but they're still not ready to dive in until they see less volatility. They don't really like how it can move 10% on a tweet of some influential crypto figure.
It's too volatile for him.
So,
we'll fix it for
yeah,
you
let's
guys.
fix it for you little fucking crybabies.
He's a fucking Bitcoin critic for years now. All of a sudden, well, if it's just a little less volatile, like, we want you to hold your hand until it's fucking, like, you're investing in new technology. Like, oh, well, it's Facebook. It only has 20,000 people. This is when you invest in stuff, when it is volatile. That's when you want to invest. How does this guy run a fucking hedge fund? I don't get it. That's when you invest in new companies, new technology, when it's volatile. Do you want to invest in something where it's completely perfect, runs, there's no, you know how everything's going to go, you're going to make this. How you make money? You invest in things when it's volatile. When it's not volatile, you're not going to make any money.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. I mean, it could be the same. What am I looking for? Same feelings from other hedge funds too, waiting for less volatility. I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely.
Well, maybe the hedge funds can go eat a dick, and us retail investors can sit on all the fucking Bitcoin.
This is one time where retail investors beat out the fucking big dogs. Now we're forcing them to come and play by our rules. This was. No one ever believed in Bitcoin. It was going away. It was fake internet money. When I first heard about it, I thought it was some Nigerian scam. I was like, what the fuck is Bitcoin? And nothing against Nigerians, because they happen to be one of the biggest users of Bitcoin, and I've been adopting it.
Hey, I know a lot of
Quicker than
Nigerian princes.
everyone.
Bro, I got so many Nigerian prince friends. I met them all through email. They emailed me. They just fucking contacted me straight directly. They're like, yo, I'm a prince. You want to be friends and give me money? And I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, you're a prince.
I'm actually Nigerian royalty. It's weird.
They knighted me. I'm a Nigerian knight.
Yeah, it's mind-boggling.
My left pinky toe is from Nigeria.
Yeah, this fucking sounds like an issue, but it seems like the Nigerians have solved it, just like they've solved a lot of their money transfers that they do there, because you can't even buy anything. You have to go through like 6 different banks if you want to buy something, just to transfer the different currencies. Take you 3 days to go buy a soda pop, right? You know what I mean? So that's why they're the biggest adopters of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
All right. So Bridgewater, I mean, fuck Bridgewater. We don't like. Who cares if they get involved in crypto? Nobody. Like, if it's too volatile for them, fucking go. You're out of your league then. You're high school while we're fucking pros. You're not even D1 yet. Get the fuck out of our face.
Yeah, but we want
can't.
these big players involved. We want their monies. We want their monies.
They just want to shake out the weak hands.
We want their money.
No, they want to be able to fucking turn Bitcoin into the same playground as they've been fucking used to with the fucking stocks. They want to be able to manipulate it their way, and they don't have the access to manipulate it in
make
their
their
favor.
rules. Like, it's too volatile. Fucking eat a dick.
Real talk. I mean, like, it doesn't make any sense, man. Like, if it's too much for you, then you're shooting out of your league.
Yeah, you are, it looks like you are the weak hands, you big old hedge fund looking motherfucker. Yeah, all this money, you're all scared. I mean, if I had that much money to play with, dude, I'm not scared. No, well, fuck yeah, I'll throw a couple billion in there. See what happens.
Yeah, and like, well, we're gonna get into it here in a few topics, but that's exactly what the boy Elon did. Actually, we're getting into it next. So right now, let's get into that next topic for the day. Billy, what we got going on over here?
I said Elon.
Elon Musk is doing. I mean, so this is one of his old tweets, huh, where he said Bitcoin is almost as bullshit as fiat money, which, I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. And when he was talking to, who's the guy he was talking to that runs the gold futures? Is it Peter Schiff?
Peter Schiff.
Peter Schiff. So Peter Schiff sells gold futures, which in its definition is digital gold, because you don't own the fucking physical, tangible. You can't hold that gold you buy in your hand. It's a digital version of gold. So the fact that someone that's selling a digital asset class or a digital asset is talking shit about Bitcoin, it doesn't make any sense.
You can't mess with the Cryptardz. You're not on our level. Yeah, it's the most hypocritical thing I've ever seen. Like, oh, it's digital. Everything in the world is digital. Unless you're holding it in your hands. Unless I can fucking backhand someone with a bar of gold and use that to trade, knock someone out, take their goods. It's a barter system. I'm gonna smack you in the mouth with a bar of gold and take whatever you brought to barter with. Other than that, everything is fake. So when
true.
Elon says
The Bitcoin is bullshit, I mean, he's not wrong. Bitcoin is bullshit. It's just, well, I wouldn't even call it less bullshit. It's bullshit that we understand now. It's bullshit that we can actually have a hand in and control in. It's bullshit that depends on all of us, not just the select few anymore.
Yeah, one person saying, oh, you know what? I'm going to sell everything you own, and you can't do anything.
But let's face it, it is still bullshit. I mean, it can be, it could go to zero. It could.
Yeah, absolutely. But I trust that more than I trust the government.
I do too.
Bringing up just fucking boatloads of money. I mean, they're just boatloads of money. Just here, hey, guess what? There's some new money that we just found. We just found this in this building next door, and we were just gonna give it away. And it's some new money. And don't ask where it came from. We just made this shit up. Can't do that with Bitcoin. There's a limited supply. So that's why it's a little better than fiat, from Elon saying. You know, that's what's so funny is.
I mean, so speaking on our boy Elon over here, talking all this shit, and let's face it, Elon is the perfect troll. Like, he is the best troll on Twitter, man. Like, he knows what he's doing. He knows he's trolling people. Yeah. And when he sends these messages out, and then he did all his tweets about Dogecoin. So Doge had all that bullshit hype and pump, and now it's finally starting to dump. And did he buy any Dogecoin? No. He didn't fucking. He's just. That's a perfect troll right there.
Yeah, and one of his tweets was when he was responding to someone and saying, "Yeah, I hope the SEC does come and question me about Dogecoin. Like, this is the world we live in. We have real problems in the world." Yeah, we're talking about the SEC wants to investigate a memer talking about a meme coin.
A memer.
This is what we're doing in America? Wow. My mind is blown. That's why I love when Elon's just trolling the whole
SEC
country.
Is going to investigate him?
There's rumblings about they want to talk to him about him pumping Dogecoin.
What I mean, it's the same thing as Wall Street Bets and GameStop and everything. He is completely allowed to get on his social media platform and say, "Hey, buy this. I like it.
Yeah, like
This is cool. This is good. It's not financial advice. I like it.
Yeah, deep.
Do what you want with that information."
That was
I like the stock.
That was epic, man, with deep fucking value.
Oh,
I
man.
like the stock. I like the stock. You know, what can you do? And if you're really, it blows my mind that they got these people, the SEC, and are actually interviewing them and going through legal proceedings. This is what. Oh my, my mind is blown. That's how I feel when I wake up in this country. Like new memes have come out, and now the SEC is tracking you down to fucking arrest you.
Well, it is kind of
What's
weird.
next?
I mean, trading is being done on memes. Like right now, it is fucking like whoever comes up with the funniest meme, like it gets popular, and people are trading off of a meme, which is, you're allowed to do it. Do it. If you're dumb enough to trade that way, like, I mean, we're cryptards too, but we don't trade that fucking stupid.
But the fact that the government is coming after these people wasting our taxpayer money, if you're not irate, I don't know. Are you? Are you angry? I'm pissed. I'll take a $2,800 stimmy check instead of you guys tracking down the memesters.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. Buy Bitcoin. That's all I can say. Fuck the SEC.
That's right. Be sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification. Comment down below. And let's get into that next topic. So our next topic for the day, I've been seeing this all over the news right now. Like NFTs are popping up everywhere, and we're hearing about these artists that are selling crazy amounts of, like, well, not crazy amounts, but art for a crazy amount of money. It's digital art. I know it started with this. Not started, but one of the biggest ones were these little cat figures.
Is that the collage of cat figures that Beeple did?
Yep, it was well, I don't know if it was Beeple. It was. Let me get right to it. CryptoKitties. That was the name of it. All right, so CryptoKitties. It was almost like it's like a one-off. He started doing these one-off cat character designs, and then you buy that one character and you own the rights to that. It's almost like Pokemon. It's like Pokemon cards, but where there's only one. There's not a, like, you don't have a couple of Charizards or a couple of I don't know. I used to collect them. I don't remember any. Bulbasaur or whoever the fuck some of them were.
Easy.
So
What
there's
did you like, Billy?
Charmander.
No, but they.
Blastoise.
Oh yeah.
It's a new, it's just a whole new. What would you call it?
Diglett.
Well, you think about it, just even Top Shot, they're doing NBA moments, so they're actually snippets of video of like certain shots. Say like LeBron James fucking came down and hit a game-winning, buzzer beater, in the finals or something like that. You could buy that moment, and it has a serial number, so it's digitized, so you own that piece of video.
Okay, so I have a question now. If I
Co-owner?
own that,
Yeah.
if I own that dunk, now if ESPN plays it or it gets played on any sports rerun, am I getting a royalty check for that now?
I don't know, but I would think that's where they could go with NFT. So I think it's.
Unless that's the case, I don't see the point of
economy.
buying one. Like,
Yeah,
why
well,
the
yeah.
fuck would I want to buy a LeBron dunk unless I own the
mean-
rights to that dunk and I'm making royalties off of it?
Yeah, I have the same question about NFTs. And you see these sales going on, and you're like, what the hell?
Well, those
Like,
I think
$100,000.
those I think
$200,000?
include all copyrights. Like this NFT art. Like if we look at these artists that are selling their stuff, they're selling the rights to that artwork. So now, if it gets sold on any one of these digital art sites, or like if I need stock footage or anything like that, and I buy the rights to use this for my website or for a background or to print on a T-shirt, like all of that should include the royalties going back to the not Bitcoin, but token address holder.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's where they're going with it. You could do game skins, like how you buy, all these kids spend, I think it's $1 billion, it's in the billions where kids buy skins, guns. You got a new gun, yeah.
Call of Duty.
You know, this
I
is
got
not.
that. I got that gold MP5.
You got the gold MP5 with the fucking a skull pendant,
A skull
okay?
charm.
Okay, so now
Get it right.
He's murking people.
So now
with the
let's say
gold.
hypothetically that gold MP5, whichever artist designed that gold MP5,
So they should get a.
technically
Well,
they should be
they're-
the token holders, and anytime you bought it or someone else bought it, they should be getting
Well,
a
that's just
portion
a
of
graphics
royalties.
artist guy that works for their studio who's on salary,
gets-
so he don't get shit.
Well,
I mean,
that's how
that's
NF
a,
NFTs can change that.
that's
so
a
that's
whole
how.
topic that I've gotten into in another
Freelance artists
podcast
signing
before.
their art to other things like
It's not even just that these
gaming
game
and all that.
companies take advantage of every artist.
Yeah, absolutely.
These game companies are fucking horrible people. These
Isn't that
major
what the world
labels.
is revolves around is taking advantage of other people. It's all over the place, man.
It is,
Well,
man.
That's
But
how
the,
this world survives.
but the
is
game industry
taking
is
advantage
just
of
horrible
one
at it.
another.
They
So
all-
we could change that with the NFTs, because if you're saying graphic artists and people that design these games, now if they tokenize their graphics and their design features that they make for games, or any kind of like these skins for Fortnite and stuff like that. So NFTs could actually come around. How Bitcoin is changing the financial system, the NFTs could be changing the graphics and design system, because now you have a digitized serial number that could be represented on blockchain, to where if someone uses it, that is tagged, and you can say, hey, oh, these people have been using this artwork or this skin. Bam.
Yeah.
So NFTs could actually be doing for graphics and design and anything. art.
Ideally, it does help the game industry, because I know people in the game industry and the way these labels and game like studios take advantage of them. Like if they have a big game that's being produced, they'll bring in a couple of hundred of like some amazing game designers. Work them to the bone 18, 20 hours a day. And the second the game's about to be released, fire everybody with no
Is that how they do?
Oh man, they do it. They do it in such a shady way where they treat them like shit, man. So if this helps that industry, then I'm all for it, for this whole NFT boom. Like it should happen. It still needs more clarification in my eyes. I don't understand how you could tokenize a physical asset, like let's say a Van Gogh painting, like let's tokenize that, or a Da Vinci or something. Now, if I own a share of the Mona Lisa, let's say
What about Kim Kardashian's ass? Can you tokenize that?
can we tokenize her ass?
Yeah.
But don't we have to
K-ass.
own the thing to tokenize
Cass.
her? I think.
We'll fucking
How do we own her ass?
we'll tell her later after we
I'm
raise
pretty
the
sure
money
Kanye
for it. So.
Kanye tokenized that ass in a heartbeat. He fucking tokenized that shit real quick.
Yeah, how
That fool's broke.
how have these people not thought of this? They're done for anyway. Keeping up with the Kardashians, isn't it the last season or some shit? How many seasons? Has that thing been going?
I don't know. I don't
still?
pay attention to that.
What is
shit
wrong
like
with
that.
you people?
Yo,
man?
I mean,
Right, it's like it's the last season. I'm kind of pissed.
I
man.
know,
But, man,
I know
I
at
was hoping
least
they were
two
going to
of
sign
those
a
sisters.
season 15, man. I was really looking forward to seeing if
Man, I was
Two
locked
of those
up for
sisters
3.5
are at least
years.
billionaires.
Well, yeah. What's the one? The younger? I have no idea. Kendall, Kyle.
Kylie.
Curly.
I remember running into her. I ran into her at a club in Atlanta.
Crow.
And that
Fucking-
Kardashian.
I don't even know how many of them there are. They keep multiplying. Every time I fucking turn on the TV, there's another Kardashian. Kip Kardashian.
There's
Like,
their
who the fuck is
guys
it?
and their women. And it's like, what the fuck is going on, dude? Dude, what? Dude, by the way, Elon, dude, I got an idea, dude. Hit me up, dude. We got ideas, dude. We got ideas.
Hook up some
Elon,
stuff
where
to
you
start
at,
with.
dude?
Hit us up. Hit us up.
Yo, we're about to turn this podcast into an NFT. What you all know? We're gonna
Yeah.
let's let the community invest in 25% of this podcast. Let's throw out an NFT for 25% of this and invest in our growth.
You could have your own Cryptardz skin. So when you're in a video game, you put on the Cryptardz skin, and just send us a bunch of money, and we'll figure it out. No, but what you're saying about how think of NFTs as a contract. I mean, you sign contracts to own stuff all the time. You own your house. You know, how it makes sense to me. So it's like it's a digital contract, which is most of these Ethereum-based contracts. You're cutting out the middleman. So if you own a painting, instead of paying some douchebag, fucking snob, like, oh, I'm going to appraise this painting for you. You just give me 10%. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're just basically
that.
cutting out the middleman with all this decentralized finance, NFTs. It's basically fucking peer-to-peer. We're cutting out people, just like you have to go and get something notarized. Like, what the fuck? I could go over to this fucking 75-year-old woman's house that's offering me cookies. Like,
so how is a physical asset insured? Like, let's say, like we were talking about the painting. Let's say I'm invested in a painting and the painting burns down in a fire. The museum burns, like it happened in France recently or something. Like, what happens then to the investors that own that asset?
For anything, you have insurance on it. If you have that kind of high-priced art, you're going to have some insurance on it.
Who owns the insurance policy?
Well, then,
like, are we all splitting this insurance policy
I'd
too?
imagine you would get your traditional insurance policy and then just divide it by the percentage of people that own an interest in that and divide that money up between the people that have the tokenized interest in that painting.
So now I would have to own the token as well as be paying a fee for this insurance every month. So I'd have to be depositing money into a separate account collectively into this pool to insure this painting now.
And you could actually use that if the token goes up in value, just with the percentage of the token going up in value to pay for whatever physical asset it is that you own, just like how tokens go up.
But that's if you cash out your investment in it, you would take out your money in it.
Yeah.
So I haven't done too much research about FFTs, but what it sounds like to me is like it sounds
FFTs
like
for fuck token to dirt.
It sounds like, let's say the Van Gogh, that one fucking most well-known one with the fucking mountain thing and shit.
What the hell?
I
thought Van Gogh was missing the ear or some shit.
No,
Mountain.
He's an artist, dude.
Yeah, he cut off his ear and sent it to.
The stars and the.
Oh, is that a Van Gogh?
Starry Night?
Starry Night. Okay.
So let's say there's someone out there owns it, whether it's a museum or a person. But some other person that loved that piece of art would love to own it, but they can't because someone else owns it. So this seems like the type of way for multiple people to get a piece of that pie to claim ownership just for the big dick factor of saying, I own a piece of Van Gogh type thing.
Exactly.
That's what this sounds like.
It's like how they used to sell stars and planets. Were people selling?
That makes sense to me. I'm just trying to figure out how to secure that asset now. If so many people own it,
certificate.
There's got to be a way to secure it.
NFT and
then how do you
own this?
Yes,
and that's what you frame up next to a photocopied picture of that.
Yeah.
Okay, and then do you just pay a yearly fee to maintain your insurance on it to them? Or
Yeah,
like,
imagine if it's divided, why not?
Can you trade these NFTs? Are they
Yes,
tradable?
yes, you could
So
trade
as value
NFTs.
goes up,
Yes,
you can sell them.
yes, you could trade
buy it
them,
back
sell
when it
them.
goes lower.
There's
it
a-
just
I
shows
forget-
up as a token in your wallet. Yeah.
I forget the exchange. Yeah, I signed up for MetaMask when I was doing Pancake Swap. There's actually a section in there for your NFTs that you own. So it's like we'll have it up next time. So you could sell your NFTs. They go up in value. They go down. Just basically like
Just
anything
like shoes. It's like the Nike, the
Nikes,
new.
yeah.
What is that one website where people trade?
Sneakers, GOAT. My
StockX.
son is my son
StockX,
turned me on to
StockX.
StockX. You could actually see the price
shoe
of the
stock
shoes
market.
before they're released. So there's people already bidding on the price of the shoes, basically speculating on the market before the shoes are even released. So you get the Jordan drop.
Who was I watching that
my
said
son's like,
shoes
yo,
are
Dad,
the,
the
I was
Jordan
watching some
drops
other
up.
podcast and they were saying shoes are the poor man's watch game.
The poor man's watch. Who wears
Yeah.
watches anymore, though?
I mean, watches are fucking solid. And good fucking solid fucking like nice workmanship, like a Grand Seiko. I mean, like there's so many better, but I like those Grand Seikos. Those
But
things
who
are
is
fucking nice.
really into that? Who's really saying, wow, the inner mechanisms of that watch are
It's an investment, bro. You spend
that's
50
an
G's on a
investment,
watch
but
right now, and in 5 years it's worth 300 because of the rarity.
Okay, that's an investment, but no one is coming at that.
And you
got
insure
some
the watch, too.
bling. I mean, to me, it's corny. Now, an Apple Watch, Billy, that's functional. Like, it takes your
Those are
heartbeat.
functional watches, and I crack them all the time.
It helps me tell the time, dude. I look at it, it tells me the time. I'm like, thank you, dude. Thank you.
I'm just saying, if I'm not impressed with the fucking whole Rolex, and it's just, if you're gonna buy it for an investment and put it somewhere, cool. But if you need something like that just because no one cares about you, but you need something shiny on your hand, look at me.
Cryptard community, comment down below: digital watches or old school craftsmanship. Let us know what you guys think.
Yeah, tell us.
Dude, I put a picture of my
What do you
girl
got?
and my dog right there on the background of my watch. You try to do that with the Rolex, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. It's like I'm saying, it's functional, and you could hook up your Bitcoin wallet on there. Like I'm totally down with the app wallet. Like, fuck yeah.
Cryptard community, it's your boys, the Cryptards, Billy, Brandon, and Ruhz. We'll be right back with our crypto price update and our predictions for the next week.
To the moon.
It's
just the boredom and wanting a head change. The nicotine inside of you yelling, saying, "Inhale me, inhale me."
You have. Okay. Okay. There you go.
Let's grow, Cryptard community. It's your boys, the Cryptards, Billy, Brandon, Ruhz, back at it. I know we've been gone for the past 2 weeks, so we haven't been able to give you guys our crypto price updates, but we're back. Billy's got the scoop for you, so we're going to get right into it and all the price movements that we missed these past 2 weeks.
Scoop.
So, Billy,
It's like ice
what's going on?
cream.
What's going on?
Look at this.
Yeah, so I can't remember when we updated our last video. Was that like the 14th or
That was
something
right
like
before
that?
the pump. We
So we were sitting right around
It was, yeah.
47.5, somewhere around there.
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do a separate lesson video on bullish divergences, bearish divergences. But if you look here, we had some hidden bullish divergences here, which led to some up moves. Another one here that led to this up move. But clear as day sell, at least take profit indicator was right here at
that
this
bearish divergence right
this
there.
bearish divergence on the
I
4
see it.
hours. So
Yep.
you see price went up, RSI
But
was coming
RSI
down.
went down.
You want
Damn.
to spot these bullish or bearish divergences, you want to be in the oversold section, so above the gray up here. This is a clear as day take profit target. So if you were able to spot that, you should have been taking some profits there. What followed was a big drop. Let's see, we fell.
Yeah, what percent? I
We
missed
fell
it.
20% with a crazy buyback, right? We had a 16% pump within 8 hours.
Instantly bought
That's,
back.
that's where the billionaires are buying it back up.
You know, after a buyback like this, you would expect a sustained and continuation in an upward trend, but we got rejected. We had this 12-hour demand block right here that, you know, you could have seen some form of a bounce there, and before a continuation of the trend, but we actually lost it, right? We lost it, came down, bounced off this day 2 demand OB right here, right? So this red block before that preceded the up move up here. You can see we cut through it, bounced up. I actually didn't fall very far below it, right? We fucking actually bounced right off of it. Came up rejected, lost it a little bit again, but as you can see, we turned this H12 demand order block. It flipped into resistance. We ended up losing the D2 again, which is now acting as resistance. We have this 4-hour demand block right here, which, you know, I'm not sure if it's gonna hold or not, but I think right here would be a good spot to start scaling in, right? Maybe 20% worth of a position right here. Just buy it right now, because if we end up losing this, you can just add another 30%, somewhere around 40K, maybe 38K. It's really up to you. Maybe right in the middle, around 39K. If we open up the moving averages, the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart usually holds up as pretty strong support for Bitcoin. If we look back in history, it's a really good spot to buy the dip. Right here, I think this was the March crash, the COVID crash.
That's what? What was it again? D4. What was it?
The 4-hour 200 moving average.
Oh, okay.
So the red line is what we're looking at here. But you can see is support, support, support. We lost it, hit it as resistance, and just crashed during COVID, the COVID announcement. Reclaimed it, and ever since then it's been acting as some support. Here we ran alongside with it, above it, lost it. And usually when we lose it, it's not a very good sign. But I mean, last time we lost it here, we didn't drop much further.
Anytime we lose, it seems like a good time to buy.
Yeah.
About 10%. Well, I
Buy
would
the dip.
I would buy
Buy the dip.
If price
Name
ever
of the
taps
game.
the 4-hour 200 moving average, that's a buy. At least start scaling in there. You can see it's been holding
I'm
up
gonna
as
tap
support. Lost it a little
tap
bit
it
here,
real
but got reclaimed. So now we're approaching it, right? So this is the prime buy the dip zone, right? So
What's that price right there? Blind is it?
it's $43,900, right?
And we're
So
headed down there.
I would
huh?
definitely start scaling in either now. You can place a bid at 43.9, 43.8. But I have a feeling we're going to head a little lower. Maybe come down into this D1 supply. If we go over to the daily.
So I'm going to put some buys in about 43, 42, and 41 when you're saying to average in.
Yeah, I mean, I would even, but save some ammo because, you know, it's not guaranteed that it's going to hold, but it should hold.
I'm putting buys in at 20K, y'all.
Oh, don't jinx us. Don't jinx us, man.
So if you look at this,
Nah, I'll take it at 20K.
if you look at this supply area right here, this red zone,
Yeah.
we had some resistance. And remember, this was, we made an update video on how important this level was to reclaim, right? So we
Yeah.
broke above resistance, but boom, bounced and shot right up. So I'm expecting this red region
Be
to
resistant
hold
still.
or support now.
Support now,
Yeah.
yeah.
So which is 37,400, and between 37,400 as the bottom and 40,700 as the top. So it's really up to you. You can wait to see if we bounce here, but just in case we don't make it that low, I would start scaling in now with like 20% worth of your position. So let's say 20% here, do another 30% in the red region, and then just wait, right? So if we zoom back out, this 4-hour order block right here that preceded this whole up move
yeah.
from 43,700. It's confluent with the 4-hour 200 moving average, so that's
the
even
blue
more.
line.
That's even more confluence that it may hold, you know. But just in case, don't be going all in right here. Ladder your bids down, dollar cost average down, so 20%, and then 30% somewhere in this range to keep yourself to get your average buy a little as low as you can get it.
Yeah.
Save the rest of your ammo for a dip down into this D3. This is the very bottom that I would expect to hold, right?
What's the D3 bottom out at?
So this D3 demand block sits between 30,400 and 32,300, right?
Okay.
So if we're looking at this, if price ends up losing this D3, that would be a break in macro market structure, right? Which could signal even further downside and potential start to a new bear market, in my opinion.
16K.
We don't want to see.
Don't say it.
We do not want to see.
I'm at to sell
We
everything.
do not want to see a high
buy some
time
more.
frame close between 30,000.
Look at that beautiful support sitting around 16K, just for so long.
Yeah, I mean, if we
If we go to 16K, I am gonna be selling
that's
body parts.
3 weeks.
Not my
worth of
own body
support.
parts. I'm buying anything.
But yeah, we don't want to see a close below 30K. That would be a break in macro market structure, which would not be very good for continuation of this bull cycle. So what we want to look for now is just to reclaim. I would say the most key level to reclaim right now is about 52K. We want to see, you know, we may come down here, bounce up, retest it like a couple times more, and then start slowly making our way back up, right? once we reclaim this H12, we can start adding more onto our position. But until that level right here, 51.5 and 52.2 is reclaimed, I won't be adding any more to my position. So start small, 20%, 30%, you'll be 50% filled. If your average buy averages you out somewhere like right on top of this D1, let's say you place a stop loss, 10% stop loss, you just need to make sure your risk amount is properly sized. You need to make sure that your position size is properly managed so that you're only risking 2 to 3% of your total trading portfolio. So think about it ahead of time, how much 20% and 30% is going to equate
with your portfolio size.
Yeah, with your portfolio
Some of us
size.
are larger than others, and that's a whole other video. But
So what I'm thinking too is another sign, right? So let's say we head down to the 40K region and then bounce.
no.
And then
Okay,
bounce.
yes, I will buy some. And then bounce up.
So check it out. So I'm gonna make this red. Right?
Okay.
I'm gonna draw a little line real quick. So I'm gonna draw a line like that. So price is going down. This is what I'm looking at right now. What we would really like to see is something like this. I'm gonna turn this orange.
We need some more RSI going.
I'm gonna turn that orange, right? So look at, if price comes down and hits 40K and bounces up and our RSI makes a higher low, that's gonna give us a classic bullish divergence.
So if the RSI is going up as it bounces, that's good.
Yep, if price comes down and makes a lower low, but RSI makes a higher low, that's a classic bullish divergence, which is the
opposite of the other
top,
line you
price
drew.
going up,
Yeah.
RSI going down.
Me personally, I would buy at that D1 at probably around 40K.
You
and
would.
then if I did, let's just say I would, and I wouldn't, but if I did, I would buy at that 40K. I would have a stop loss set at 3,700, and then having a short order set at probably 36,000.
I was to say
Oh,
3,700.
sorry. My vision is fucked from here. So I would buy at the 40,000 mark, and I would have a stop loss set at 37,000,
Okay.
and then have a short order set at 36,000. Because if it goes down, if it crashes through, it's going from 36 to 32,000. It's gonna tap
so
there.
you would short it.
So I would short it from 36 to 32,000.
Gotcha.
I mean, yeah, you got to think of where you're going to need your stop loss, though, in comparison to your exit point target. Because if your RR isn't all that great, then, I mean, it may not be worth taking that trade. Let's say if you go...
Your what? RR?
Yeah, your risk to reward.
Gotcha. Okay.
So basically how much in return. Because the rule of thumb is you're going to want at least a 2-to-1 RR on your trade.
Or it's not worth it.
Or it's not worth it. So if you put it at 32, your exit point, but you need a stop loss below the D1, which is going to give you a 0.84 RR.
Nah, it's not even.
Yes, I think the prime short target was this right here. This H12 was your target. Once we lost that, it was more likely that a bearish retest was imminent. So that right here, this wick right in the center, you could have put it right above. You could have put a 2% stop loss above the H12 with the target right on top of this D1, which would have given you almost a 10R trade.
Ah, fuck, man.
So
we
that
missed that shit.
Yeah, you really gotta pick your spots and know, like, okay, well, we lost this H12. Well, here, if you would have tried it here, the buyback would have stopped you out. But then once we lost it again, you could have given it another shot, and it would have been a successful short trade. Because look at its resistance for 1, 2, 3, 4 hour candles. A fifth 4 hour candle, if you place it right in the middle, you would have gotten filled. Stop loss above the H12, never would have gotten stopped out. Right now, you'd be in profit by about 13%, which is still a 6R trade. So it's 6 times your. So let's say let's say this trade was $10,000 with a 2% stop loss, so that's $200, right? Well, a 6-hour trade on $200 is $1,200. So that's how that's how the RR comes into play. Your risk to reward. You're risking $200.
Take it. To get $1,200.
You'd be in profit $1,200, which is a 6-hour trade.
Got it.
But yeah, it's right now. I would say it's time for longs. If you missed this short op right here, I would say it's more long ops right now.
More long ops. Yeah, see?
Me personally, I think we're going into a bear market, man.
Listen,
I think we're going into at least a 2-year bear market.
The Bears are not going into any kind of sleep patterns here, okay? The Bulls are here.
Let's go 20K.
But if we
It's not going to happen.
So I wanted to show you guys a cool tip.
The bull market is still on.
Using the Fibonacci retracement tool. Let me see.
So let's
Is this going to be
let's go in.
the
Let's do that.
lesson?
Yeah, we're gonna start another video. So Cryptardz community, be sure to like and subscribe, hit that bell notification, be sure to comment down below with what you think the price is gonna do, and some cryptos that you want us to watch. Maybe we'll give you guys a price update on the cryptos that you guys are watching.
Yeah.
Let's grow Cryptardz community. It's your boys, the Cryptardz, Billy, Brandon, and Ruhz. It is time to get into this week's trading lesson. Billy's going to show you how Fibonacci designed crypto.
What's up, guys? So we had another trading lesson for you guys this week. I wanted to show you guys a cool trick using the Fib retracement tool and how to use it as a trading range. So when using this, it's a cool and easy way to identify breaks in market structure, whether it's bullish or bearish. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up your Fibonacci retracement tool in the tool section, right? And what we're looking for is a swing high and a swing low, right? So swing high, swing low. So we're going to start from the bottom of the swing low and stretch it up to the high, right? And I'm not sure why this, I must have saved it as a default, but you guys all know how the Fibonacci looks, right? Let's get these background colors in here.
I know about the Fibonacci sequence in life, man. I know that it goes through the plants and acorns and pine cones.
Hold on, you might have to fucking...
It's so you can
There we
pack
go.
as
All right.
much into a small
So
space.
this is how your Fibonacci tool usually looks like, right? So you want to like identify where potential retracement bottoms are. But for this example, like for here, we would probably start it somewhere around here to guesstimate where it's going to potentially bottom out at, right? So actually the best portion for this, and I put it right on top of the marker. So this would probably be the best spot for this retracement, right? Because you want the whole run, the bottom of this run, start of this run to the end of this run, right? So right now it looks like we're about to tap the 0.5 fib level. The golden pocket is the 0.618 level, right? Which is confluent with about 40K, which, you know, gives us even more telling sign that the 40K should bounce. But that's not part of our lesson. I'm just trying to show you. This is the Fibonacci retracement tool, and we're going to show you how to use it as a trading range, right? So you want to pick your swing low to swing high. Right, so we got the swing high, we got the swing low. We're going to go into our settings here. We're going to deactivate the, what is it, the 0.382, the 0.618, 2618. All we want to see is these four zones right here. We want the 0, the 1, the 0.236, the 0.5, and the 0.786, right? So what this is doing is splitting up a range of 4 equal parts. We're going to turn off the background. And we're going to change these lines all black. line's all black. And I like my numbers on the right side, the labels, right? So you can go down here and you can save as range, right? So now you can, anytime you want to use this as a range, you save that as a range. You go down in there, change it to range, right? So here we're looking at it here. So we have our swing high, our swing low. And you can see it bounced down. It's, you know, we marked this off as our swing low, and look what happened to our midpoint. Our 0.5 is our midpoint, which is also confluent with our 12-hour demand order block, right? That we said in our last video update that that's the level we want to see reclaim before adding on to our position. Once we get filled here for 20 and another 30% somewhere in here, we want to get above this H12 before we start adding any more to our position. Just for confirmation's sake, you know, we want to load up here, load up a little low to get a good average low entry, and then we want to wait for confirmation above this midpoint. Below the 0.5 midline is bearish. Above it is bullish, right? Just like when we use the
A big smile just came on my face as soon as he said that.
just like we use the order blocks to identify key levels of market structure we want to see reclaimed, right? We can also use the trading ranges if you're not prone to using order blocks. You can use the ranges. So right now it looks like we're below this the range low, right? So hoping to catch some fills in here. If we end up breaking down further, let's say 40K is our new low, we're going to want to get back above 49.2K before we start adding on to our positions. I'm going to switch over to another chart here. So if we're on the daily here, right? We marked off the swing high here, the swing low here. You can see at each of these levels how it reacted, right? It's it acted as resistance to the point 236, kind of found some support around the midline, lost it, bounced off the range low again, right? Low, low. Now it's acting as resistance with the 0.786. Tried to break back above, got rejected. Now it found support on the 0.786, broke above it, flipped it into support, and then we're off into the races. It flipped the 0.5 into support. So if you guys were playing this previous range, I'm going to turn off the moving averages real quick. So we had marked off this daily order block right here as a key level of market structure that we needed to reclaim, right? And look, it was perfectly confluent with the 0.5 level of this range. And look what happened. It broke back above it. It retested it that day, another day, and then we were back off to the races. So this 0.5 level of the range is a key level that you want to wait to see reclaim before adding onto your positions once you load back up into these lower zones. It's a really good indicator and tool to use to identify breaks in market structure, and really shows you the strength of where the trend's going if you can't really spot it out just by looking at it with the naked eye. Alrighty, guys. So I hope you guys put that into some good use.
Fibonacci.
Be sure to like and subscribe.
Fibonacci cheese.
And yeah, we'll be having more updates for you guys in the coming days and next week for sure. And be sure to follow us on all social media platforms, especially TradingView. We have consistent updates every few days on where price is going. And yeah,
check us out on all social media platforms, or I'm coming to find you.
Yeah. Let's grow Cryptardz community. Now this week we're gonna make sure that we release consistent content for you guys. So be sure to follow us and be sure to follow the Facebook page.
Yes, get on there and like. Not
we
the
have
actual
all of our
page,
trading
but
lessons
what?
on there for you guys.
You have to like the page or the actual what is
we want people to start liking the Facebook page. You know, we got some
not just the group,
we have
so
a lot
the
of
page.
group members. We want to see you guys start liking that page.
Get in there.
Let's do it, guys. So let's just for you guys, $25 gift card to Amazon will be randomly drawn at the end of May. At the end of May, to one of our random Facebook followers, we'll give out a $25 Amazon gift card. It's your boys, the Cryptardz. We out.
Yeah.